there, my darlings. How are you? I hope that you are doing amazing. It's DarlingDTarot bringing you another deck review. So today we are reviewing the Game of Thrones Tarot Deck and Guidebook. This is by Liz Dean. Liz Dean is the author. The illustrator of these cards are Craig Coss. The designer is Michael Morris. And I'm just so excited to talk about these cards. I've had them on my shelf for a while. I use them a lot in my readings, but I've just never gotten around to reviewing them. So I'm so excited to finally be doing it. Yes, George R.R. Martin fans, you will rejoice when you get this deck. Oh my gosh, you guys will love it as much as I know that I did as soon as I got it. Now, each card is so incredibly detailed. I love the texture of each card. I love how each card really incorporates realism, but at the same time, it looks very comic booky, right? I guess would be the best way to put it. It's almost as if they're able to catch the likeness of each character so perfectly to the TV show, but in the same way, still kind of staying true to that comic book feeling, which I really love. I really love the graphic novel sort of art style that we have in this set. Now, a lot of really awesome color patterns happen in this deck too. I love the use of shadows. I love the use of light, especially in the Hermit card where we have Bran here. You can see the light just kind of reflecting back onto his face. I just really, really love that. And I know that's something you guys are really going to love too. Now, also, I love all the imagery of the strong women in this series too. You know, because sometimes in traditional tarot, it can kind of be glossed over. But I really love how each and every character and each and every card has its different vibe and a different feeling and a different understanding and energy. So you don't even need to know the actual meanings. You can just kind of, if you're a really big fan of Game of Thrones, you can base each card off of the character's attributes and their aspects and how they felt going into that moment as well. So I just really love all of the different aspects that go into this deck. It's a really creative deck. It's a really incredible deck as well. And let's just talk about how ornate the box is too. Now there is gold leaf all around here and on the edges as well, nice and edged in it. As you can see, very shiny, very beautiful. Now the box itself looks like an old wood or maybe even like a leather sort of a texture. It's really nice, very good quality, very sturdy. I've gotten water on everything in this set and it has come out unscathed. Now, that's not to say like pour water on it, but it is to say that this is all very, very good quality. You can also put this on your shelf and it'll look really nice. It's a very good accent piece, so to speak. Now, the back of the box looks like this. We feature the Star, the Hanged Man, the Page of Swords, the Judgment card, and the Magician. It says, explore Game of Thrones with this beautifully rendered and wholly original tarot card deck. Includes a 78-card deck and a hardcover guidebook, which is this. And of course, it talks about how it's the HBO series as well. And down here again, it features who all the designers are. The designer is Michael Morris. The text is by Liz Dean. And then the illustrations are by Craig Coss. So honestly, they all did a really phenomenal job. I really love every aspect of this set. It is just so nicely put together. And again, I just can't stress this enough. This is the nicest guidebook that I have ever gotten with an oracle or tarot deck ever to date. And it's because it is hardcover. It feels like cloth. It's really nice. Again, it has that sort of like an old tome or old book sort of a vibe to it. And that's something that I really love. Now, this deck includes obviously the table of contents at the front, which I will show you guys. There they are. We also have acknowledgements. We have about the author and about the illustrator as well. It also goes into different spreads. There's actually 6 different spreads that you can use in this. There's the introduction. And then let me show you the spreads really quick. So there's the first one, the past, present, and future. Then there's the second and the third one. There's another spread. And there's the last spread. Now, I really, really love all of these spreads in here, and I definitely recommend you guys, as soon as you get your deck, just kind of going in here and practicing those, right? Another thing that I really love about this guidebook is that it's such good quality that whenever you close it and kind of put it back on your shelf, it reopens like you're opening it for the first time again. And that's something that as a book nerd, I live for, right? Because I like my books. I have a lot of earth in my chart, though. I like my books to be very, like, pristine and just very nice and very organized, and no bent pages, no dog ears. And that's what I really, really love about this deck, is that it is just such good quality. You know, the pages are a little bit thick as well, so it's not something that you have to worry about with bending them back and forth, that they're going to get wrinkled or that they're going to cause any creases in the actual book. But yeah, so then I will show you the end of the book. Here's all of the minor arcana as well towards the back. Let me find the acknowledgements. Here we are. And then we also have about the author and the illustrator. Now, Liz Dean is the author. Let me just focus this really quick. It says, Liz Dean is a tarot practitioner of 30 years standing and the author of 4 tarot decks and 10 books, including The Ultimate Guide to Tarot and The Art of Tarot. She reads and teaches tarot at Psychic Sisters within Selfridges, London, and lives in Newcastle upon Tyne, UK. I hope that I pronounced them right. We also have, you could find her at www.lizdean.com. We also have Craig Coss, who is the illustrator who did all of the artwork. It says, Craig Coss is an award-winning San Francisco Bay fine artist, illustrator, and storyteller with an MFA in visual narrative from the School of Visual Arts. He's the author of the Goddess Coloring book, Traditional Images to Contemplate in Color. When he was given his first tarot deck at age 10, he knew it would point him in the right direction. And you can find him at www.craigcoss.com. So again, this is a 106-page booklet. It has 6 spreads, and it's just so wonderful. I love how in-depth each card is as well. It talks about the key meanings, it talks about the reversed meaning, the upright meaning, and it also gives a little bit of information on the character themselves and what was going on in that point of the show. So let's just dive right into the deck, because I am chomping at the bit to be able to tell you guys about it. I will refocus the camera quick. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into flipping these cards. So right off the bat, we have the Fool card. Beautiful. Let me actually just zoom in really quick. Also, I'm very interested, you guys, if you have a favorite character in Game of Thrones, if there was a certain couple that you were really hoping for as well. I would definitely say that my favorite character was probably, I really love Jon Snow, but obviously Daenerys, I really love her. I really also love Sansa. I love her character growth, especially in regards to the books, but honestly, I love all of them. I love that each and every character has so much growth and so much potential, and, you know, it really makes you feel for each and every one of them, especially Brienne of Tarth. Love her. Do you guys have a character that you associate yourself with or that you really love? I'd say, though, that Bran is my all-time favorite. I know a lot of people weren't very happy with the end, but I love Bran. I love him. Good on him. That's what I have to say about that. Love Arya. Honestly, I just love everyone. And even the people that you love to hate in this show and in the book series itself, you find yourself loving in a way, because you really start to understand them as people. And I think that's what George R.R. Martin does so beautifully in this series, is he's able to capture how human everyone is, right? Like, it's not like other novels to where it's very cut and dry, like this person's bad and this person's good. Somewhere along the lines, the values and the morals kind of blur, and it's almost as if you can really start to understand where someone is coming from in the show. You know, someone who maybe is on the offense of one of your favorite characters, you can understand why they're doing it or why they're acting that way, or, you know, maybe what's the psychology behind it as well. And that's something that I really love about Game of Thrones. Isn't this imagery just so gorgeous, though, you guys? Oh my goodness. This is actually one of my favorite images for the Ten of Cups in the majority of the decks I own. Just the simplicity of it and the warmth of the candles really makes you feel like you've made it home, right? And kind of a sense of security and safety. Look at how pretty the Four of Spears is, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? So spears in this deck are actually wands. So instead of saying wands, we have spears. We still have swords too. And then these are the backs of the cards. As you can see, the back is high gloss and the front is glossy, but it's almost like a mixture between gloss and matte. It isn't necessarily high gloss, but it's not matte either, right? Which is something that I really love. I love the difference in the gloss between the front and the back as well. It kind of makes the cards slide easier in my opinion. So I'm going to clean up and then we will get on to shuffling. So I will see you in a second. Okay, so we are right back on track. So let's get ready to shuffle. So this is a really awesome deck to shuffle. It's very easy to handle. As you can see, the cards themselves glide together very nicely. And that's something that I really love. You can tell that the back is high gloss and the front is kind of a mixture between high gloss and, or maybe just regular gloss and matte. Like, it's not quite matte, but it's not quite high gloss either. And that's something I really adore about these cards. It just makes it so much easier to work with them. Now, they also glide together very nicely. If you're someone who likes to lay out your cards and then grab them, it's definitely something you can do. If you're someone who is into waterfall shuffling, you can definitely do that as well. I'm not very good at it, but I will attempt. But there's so many different ways to shuffle this deck that it's so much easier based on the consistency of the cards. Do you see how they just kind of glide together so nicely? So I'm going to take that as the card for you guys at the end of the video, anyone who is still stuck around. But I just really quick want to show you how easy it is to grab onto this deck, because honestly, it's about the same size as a traditional tarot deck. It's a little bit bigger than my Witch's Tarot, but it's honestly by, like, I don't even know what that would even be considered, like 0.25 of a centimeter. Like, it's just ridiculous how much, you know, it's almost the same size as the Witch's deck. But going forward onto the bottom of the deck, we also have the Wheel of Fortune. So let's go into the deck itself, or into the guidebook, and see what these cards have to say. So starting off with the, oh, look, we literally went to the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, I was so excited that we just kind of went immediately right there that I like forgot my words. But key meanings: fate, destiny, divine law, opportunity, luck, and change. Wow. Upright meaning: everything improves when the wheel arrives in a reading. Finances, work, home life, career, and relationships. You also benefit from chance meetings and reconnect with people who live far away from you. Opportunities for success come your way. The card invites you to manifest your wishes through affirmations and action, and to broaden your knowledge. Overall, you gain a wider perspective on your place in the world. Additional meaning is psychic work. So some of you guys are really being asked to focus on your spirituality, focus on what is perfect for you, what makes you happy, what makes you feel fulfilled, especially with the Nine of Cups here. So going to the Nine of Cups, it says meanings: wishes, reward, happiness, and sharing. The upright meaning is this 9 is the tarot's wish come true card. You not only manifest what you desire, but you also get to enjoy it. It's a time of abundance, growth, reward, affection, laughter, and new connections as relationships and new ventures flourish. You will share all of your rewards. All are welcome at your table. So it definitely gives you a little bit of information, or a little bit of understanding on where the character is in this card as well. And I really love how with the Wheel of Fortune too, it talks about all the different houses and all the different aspects going into the Wheel of Fortune as well. It's kind of about the wheel finally turning in your favor and things finally coming around as well. So definitely let me know what you guys thought of this review. Are you going to get this deck? Do you already own it? Do you have a favorite card in this? Is there a favorite character that you have in Game of Thrones as well? Definitely let me know down below. I'm very interested in hearing. I hope you guys are doing amazing though and staying in good health. I will leave all of the links in the description box down below on where you can buy this deck, and also where you can check out Liz and also Craig. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing amazing and staying in good health, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!